is up, everybody, and welcome back to Spaceship Crypto. My name is Elizabeth Howard, and I have DeltaFlare here in the space cabin. I actually have two special guests, Josh Bradlen and Crypto Empress Daisy. Crypto Empress, what's up, y'all?
Hey.
How are you doing? I'm so excited y'all are here. I have so many questions, and I hope you guys have some bombs to drop also. But can y'all give, I know, right? Can y'all give us a quick intro of who you are? And if y'all don't know already, I don't think y'all crypto, but who you are and a little bit about how you got started with DeltaFlare. Crypto Empress, you want to go first, Daisy?
Absolutely. So, hey everyone, my name is Daisy, better known as Crypto Empress, and I got involved in DeltaFlare in an early stage. And let me say, that's when I discovered NFTs, what they were, and what they all had to offer. So, I got my first NFT with DeltaFlare, and let me just say that I learned so much from the whole entire team of what it was, what was an NFT, and Josh, I mean, he is the master, the educator, everything. He just taught me everything I know about NFTs, and I thank him for this experience. But I call myself a community builder. I'm more of I like to bring communities together and find legit projects that are really killing it out there. And devs, I mean, I have to say they work nonstop, especially during this bear market. We call it the builders market because it is true. This is the time where we need to really step it up for the community and for the people that really believe in us. So here we are, and I'm just super happy to be part of the team with DeltaFlare. And I mean, I have the best team. I can't complain.
And you've been there since the beginning, right? Since when it launched, how long after the launch did you join?
I want to say a couple weeks after.
Nice.
I came in, and again, I was in love with the little knots, and I said, okay, well, let me check this out. And I literally started with the NFT first, and then I got more involved, and then I ended up buying Honor. And again, I saw opportunity. When I see good quality, and when I met John, I was like, okay, this is it. There's something special here. And it took, I mean, I've been in this project for over a year now. Like, we're about to hit a year. And I have to say that there has been a lot of good and bad, but overall the community, it's about the community. And I think that's what I fell in love with this project, because everybody works together. And again, the devs don't prioritize people. And I was just a regular investor too, as everybody else. And to this day, they still treat me the same as everybody else. You know, there's no special perks or anything like that. And that's what I love about this team. They're very genuine, and just, it is what it is. Like, you got to work hard to get somewhere, right? So finally, our hard work is paying off, and you can see it from our charts. You can see it from our community. So that's how I got involved, and I am super happy to be part of the team and just part of the community.
Yeah, everybody's excited that you're in the community. Also, everybody loves you, Daisy. You're so amazing. And Josh, tell us about you. Oh my goodness, who are you, dude? Where did this come from?
Well, I suppose I'll just introduce myself. A lot of people in the chat know me. I'm Josh Bradlen. Super doxed. You can Google me, find me in Tucson. I typically have an open door policy at my apartment. If you knock on the door, we'll have some coffee. It's just what I like to do. I love meeting people, but I got into crypto back in 2019 during coronavirus. I think a lot of people did. And I had no idea what I was doing. It was just one of those, I saw somebody in my local community who was part of a group who got into GameStop and AMC just before it took off. And one guy that I've known him, I was a bartender at the time, and he was a bartender at the time, and we've talked, and I thought, man, what the hell is he getting into? I think I want to get into it too. So COVID hit, and I thought, all right, what else to do with my time and with, you know, the little bit of cash I have, then throw it into crypto and see what happens. It kind of grew from there. I got attached to another project. It wasn't really everything that we wanted it to be. and eventually Carmelo, John, and myself, we broke off. But I first got into NFTs, it was maybe a week or two before Thanksgiving 2021. And I'm hanging out at my dad's house, and Carmelo calls me up and he says, "Hey, I need you on the phone. We're going to get into a meeting with a guy named Commander Crypto." And I thought, okay, I don't know what I'm doing, but okay, let's go.
Uh-huh.
So we get into this meeting, and really what Carmelo was looking for was a business mind. And I thought, okay, great. Um, I'll be in here. I'll have a listen. I'll give my 2 cents where they need it. And after the meeting was done, I started asking Carmelo, I said, "Guys, what are you doing?" And he says, "Well, John is about to launch NFTs." And I thought, what?
Oh my God.
And we were all working on the same project, and I hadn't heard of this. And I was a business developer for that other project too. And I thought, there's something seriously wrong here. If I haven't heard of it, if the community hasn't heard of it, I don't think this is really going to fly anywhere, guys. And Carmelo was like, "Yeah, that's the problem. We need to market this right now. We need to get going." So within maybe about a couple of weeks, we talked about the whole plan on launching the G400 series. And we did our best to create a plan. We had a price point in mind, and we made a few adjustments. And Thanksgiving 2021, for anybody who's not in the US, that's November 28th, 2021, we launched. And a lot of people gave us some criticism. They were like, "You're really launching on Thanksgiving? Nobody's going to buy that on Thanksgiving. They're going to be too busy eating dinner with their families and all this." But we launched. And within 27 hours, they were all minted out.
Man.
So we celebrated. We thought, "Oh my God, you got to be kidding me." So what do we do? Where do we go from here? What's our next step? So we turned around and we gave back about 54% of what we earned back to the community that invested into us. I think it was somewhere around $20,000 that we earned in revenue, and so we just turned around and gave a bunch of it away, and we were left with I think like $9,000. So one of the original buyers, he's still in the project as an investor. He walked away with like a $4,000 purse, and a few other people walked away with $1,000, and we just thought, okay, cool. Well, that was fun.
Let's do this again.
Maybe we'll do it again. Why
Oh,
not?
goodness.
So, we were figuring out what we wanted to do with the project, and the concept of a game was introduced to our ears, and we thought, okay, cool. Let's explore this idea. So shortly after the G400 series launched, we thought, okay, cool. Well, how are we going to make this into a game then? The iterative process of just business development took place. We ended up meeting Crypto Empress. Then came the Pink Ladies. We minted that out in 18 minutes. We've made the donation, and by that time, it was only like 4 months. November, December. No, 5 months. My bad, because we launched the Pink Ladies in March. So in 5 months, we launched 2 NFT collections, both minted out. We made a $35,000 donation to Ovarian Cancer Research Alliance, and we kind of broke away from that old project and began DeltaFlare. I mean, it was so much happened in a very short amount of time, in a very, very small window. So, yeah.
I mean, it's something
That's
great
how it started.
blew up. Yeah, something great blew up. That's what happened. That when I saw y'all all over Twitter, I was like, man, these guys are really cool, and you guys really did a great job marketing. Oh my goodness, y'all were everywhere, and I really wish I would have got in on that G400 back then, because now I understand what it means to have one of those. Can one of y'all please explain to me, Daisy? Tell us about the G400s.
Yeah, absolutely. So the G400s comes with a lot of perks, and this is something that you've been asking questions about, and I know that you want to get accustomed to. So by you just being a holder, by it's like holding a G400, that gives you access to a lot of things. So we have like the customs. There you go, something like that. You have any future collections, you get an airdrop directly to your wallet just by holding your G400 in your wallet. And again, those are awesome perks. You do get also, I believe, Josh, correct me if I'm wrong, they get exclusive for information in the Discord for the G400s before anybody else sees anything. And we do have a chat there too in Discord for only
Wait. Like what? What's in there? I want to know what's in there. I'm going to know what's in there very soon, but what's in there?
Josh was in there.
Yeah.
We've dropped some alpha, some early stage game design ideas when we were talking about game math. Game math is a really big thing, especially in game finance. It's a whole technical, like convoluted, and nobody likes finance anyways. Well, okay. If you're a finance major, and I don't even want to say an accounting major, but if you're a finance major, you like finance. If you're an accounting major, you like accounting, and finance doesn't really care for accounting. But when we were talking about game math, especially when it comes to crypto, a lot of eyeballs and a lot of ears perked up like, oh, okay, cool. Now we get to the good stuff. So we talked about that a little bit. But yeah, anyways, so that's kind of the sort of stuff that we share inside of the G400 chat, but it is for, it's a very intimate group. There are only 400 G400 NFTs, but
so how many people are in the group? His Daisy
think,
probably has like 50 of them.
I think that there are 100, maybe a little over 100 G400 roles in the Discord. So it's a very, very small community.
But a big enough community that you can tell it's very spread out. Not so like just certain people got the G400s. Like I was just
there's people that have more than just one. Let me just say that. It's like I myself have two, and I love it. And again, it's all about like the community. They're the investors. They're here for the long run. They see the future of DeltaFlare and what we're going to do. And I think that just makes this collection even more special because it is exclusive. It is only 400 NFTs available. So I don't know if you noticed, but when one gets dropped on the floor, it gets picked up right away.
Stop tweeting it out. Fire sale. Let me freaking, I'm checking. Let there be. Look, anybody out there making a project, I'll tell you a good project, and I'll tell you one because of this situation. I want an alert to let me know when a DeltaFlare Delta Knot is dropped of G400, because there was 2 or 3 that went in 15 minutes the other day. 15 minutes.
You got to blame B Monies for that one. B Monies, he has been a ride or die. Even when we were attached to the previous project, he followed us over into DeltaFlare and is an awesome guy. But he told us, he's like, man, there's this G400 on the floor for X price. And I thought, oh, time to take it to Twitter. And so we took it to Twitter, and 20 minutes later, it's gone. So shout out to B Monies for watching the floor.
No, I am glad it was somebody who appreciates, what those NFTs have to offer. Now, on my channel, the people that have been watching me for a while, I was so anti NFTs. I'm not even gonna lie. Can you believe it? I was just like, no, they're dumb. I don't get it. What's the utility? What can I buy? Oh no, there's so many things that go along with NFTs.
Let me tell you that I felt the same way.
Yeah.
At the beginning, I'm like, how am I going to spend $400 on an NFT? And it took me a bit. It took me a while. I didn't buy it right away. I did my research. I was asking questions in the Telegram. And again, it's all about educating and how you could make money. And actually, I have to say, I enjoy doing NFTs because I have made profit. In actually engaging with the community and making fun. I mean, it's like Pokemon cards, right? You're playing with your friends. This is how I could describe it as easy as it could be. You're with a group and hey, you have all these Pokemon cards and you're like, oh my God, this is so badass. How do we, okay, I want a trader. Who wants to buy it? So I think when it was broken down to me in a very simple way, I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. You get to play with the community, bring everybody together, and we work together as a community. It's like having a token. It's the same concept, and I love that because you're growing with the community and you're also engaging with the community, which makes it even more fun. I mean, you're in the DeltaFlare on Twitter. We have fun all the time. We're always laughing, and Josh comes in and sometimes drops some bombs. I'm like, oh my God, so does this mean we should load up or what do we do, But
Yeah.
I think it's all about having fun, but also growing with the community and growing with the project. And it's super important. And I think what makes us more successful is because we're all in this together. The devs are there. You could find them in Discord. You could find them on Twitter. I mean, they're always around. And again, Josh, I have to say, this guy goes on Twitter Spaces like so many times.
Yes.
And I applaud him for that because it's a lot when you're in front of the cameras or just talking on Twitter Spaces.
For hours.
You could hear him. You could hear the passion for DeltaFlare. And again, he gets me excited all the time when he's talking about the project. I'm like, oh my God, okay, so we're going to do this. And we just feedback. Like, we get ideas and we're like, hey, let's run with this. Oh, Pink Ladies, let's do something amazing. And again, it shows the power of what we're doing. Pink Lady sold in 18 minutes. I mean,
wow.
That just tells you something. Like, this is special for sure.
Yeah. It is. I love the artwork. The artwork is perfect. I love it. It's 3D, and then there's a storyline with it, with Valor Rising. We're going to get into that here in just a second. But these NFTs, where can we go find these NFTs, y'all? Let's tell them. You can go on their website.
So the best... I mean, we're still minting the silver tier collection.
Oh, let me show them.
That one is really awesome because it basically comes as a raffle ticket. We will have a $50,000 ETH prize pool by the time that the gold's already minted out. But when the silver mints out, we're going to have a $50,000 ETH prize pool. And each of the gold and silver Delta knots are the raffle tickets. So what we'll do is we'll take, I don't know, I'm trying to look around. So if let's say we have a piece of technology like an Xbox controller.
Yeah.
It's worth $70. So we'll have $70 in ETH to raffle off onto somebody, and we'll just take all of the wallet addresses from the gold and the silver tier and raffle it off. And whatever wallet it happens to land on, we'll send $70 in ETH and then just kind of keep it running. But the idea is that we're in technology, we're into gaming, we love to have fun, and whether it's a GoPro or a drone or an Oculus or a video game of sorts, we're kind of around the people who want to play those sort of things. So why not have a pretty big pool for people to have fun in?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, for real, you guys do have a lot of fun in your Discord and stuff. You guys always have stuff going on. The free poker, the Rumble. That one right there. I asked Crypto Empress how to play. I just have to tell you this, Josh. Don't ever give her don't put her in charge of trying to explain that to somebody, because I felt so dumb. I was like, I don't get it. I don't understand.
Trust me, when I heard how you play it, I was like, that's it. Wait, I've been thinking that there's a big plot behind this whole game, and I'm like, that's it. You just press the swords and you're in the game. And I'm like, okay, well, that's it. Okay, there's a storyline. Like, somebody's going to die and make it at the end. So it's as simple as that. But,
yeah.
Again, I'm one of those girls that I still understand in Discord. I'm more of a Telegram kind of girl. But I'm just realizing that Discord has a lot of things. Like, and again, the DeltaFlare team is making it fun and engaging with the community. So you always see a dev engaging too in the games. Like, they want to play and be involved with the community. So to me, that's important. Again, because that shows that they are also putting the time to just hang out with the community. And that's what we love. And that's what I love about Josh, Anonymous, and John. Like, literally, they just go beyond for the community. And it's super nice to see, like, hey, I know I trust them 100%. And for me to say that, it's just kind of, people tell me like, you really? I'm like, yeah, I do. And we've been through everything, every obstacles. And again, we're building our foundation. And I have to say, we have the strongest foundation right now. This is the time. go check out DeltaFlare, because I promise you guys, we're gonna go for that $1 mark, and we
I'm
will
gonna pull
make
up the
it.
chart. I'm gonna pull up the chart. Hold on. That
Oh,
was
please do.
yeah.
Please
Let's show them what we're talking about. Why we're super stoked. When I saw it going up last night and it hit past the 5 cent mark, I was like, I'm done. This is so awesome. Like, I wish I would. I'm glad I started dipping in on it when I did. I will say that, because I got my first bag and I was happy. I was like, okay, this is good. I'm going to check it out, because I just been totally screwed on some degen plays. And then finally I was like, no, what am I doing? This project is freaking amazing. And now
Wow, look at that.
I can't stop talking about it. This is why we can't stop talking about it, y'all. Look at this. It's amazing. Yeah. Look at this chart. Can't even do a technical analysis on it. It's going so high. I can't even do anything. That's great.
And this right here, this is what we're proud of. And I mean, if you go all the way, zoom out like months, I mean, we definitely been through a lot. And again, we made a promise to the community that we were not going to stop delivering. And even if we're out there, we were out there every day, like AMAs, knocking on doors, communities. How do we work together? How do we do things? And it shows, like, this is us right now. And this is the best it has ever been. New ATH every day, pretty much right now. So it's just nice to see, like, the community is still excited. We don't have that many holders still. You're still early, 262.
Early.
And then I believe our market cap this morning, I checked it, it was at 1.6 million market cap, or around that. So again, like, it's still early. Like, you know, get involved with legit projects that are actually working for you, like working to make this happen. So that's where my money is at. And it's not financial advice, but I'm putting my money where I believe in. So here it is, DeltaFlare, for sure.
Oh, it's such a great investment. I think it's going to franchise out. And I've been saying it. I always say this though after I say it. I'm like, you guys, I don't think they like me saying this, but I'm going to say it.
Oh, Josh has plans. And I just want him to see, like, talking to him, Space Chick, like, literally, he just gets you excited about the future. It's like, oh, Josh, he's like, we're going to do this. I got everything. And he has, like, the way his brain works is literally, like, amazing. Like, he's thinking about this. And I'm like, he's like, I'm writing this whole blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, wow, that's amazing. Like, he's very knowledgeable. You know, this is his area. I'm not a gamer myself, but I love the fact that I'm learning too on the way, you know, and he's teaching me a lot, you know, and I'm really grateful for that, because that's what it is all about, like, teaching others. And in order for me to do the best work, I have to also get in there and learn it myself and teach everybody else. Like, why am I so excited about this project? Like, there has to be something. And truly, I'm excited about this project. So
I know. I keep saying, like, and whenever I do a video, I'm like, I always have something new to say about it, but I know I'm driving everybody crazy. I'm probably driving y'all crazy too. But I can't help it. So can you tell us a little bit about good, okay, good, because I'm here to stay. I'm sorry y'all are stuck. Can you tell us a little
we have
about
you
the
on
game?
board.
Yeah, oh, totally, 100%. I'm still gonna be buying this whenever it's 10 cents, $1. Like, I'm buying this. I'm gonna stay in this because I know this is gonna be way bigger. So can you tell us about the franchise part of it? Like, are y'all franchising? What's up, 2-Bit?
What's up, 2-Bit? Yeah, we can talk about anything you want. We've never turned down a question. We don't plan to ever turn down a question. Good. So, you know, have at it. I also, before we talk about anything additional, I do want to recognize Anonymous and John. They're a couple of the best teammates I could have ever unfortunately had. Anonymous is such a dork.
I love the trio, actually. It's like I'm always laughing. They're like going at each other. I'm just like, all right, guys, I'll let you guys be. You guys,
he's the worst big brother I never had. And I love it. I love it. He definitely helps keeps me grounded. Because like Crypto Empress said, I am pretty ambitious. I do have this crazy brain that even Anonymous and John are like, dude, what are you talking about? And Anonymous is really good with, if I'm starting to float away too fast, he's like the lead part that just drags me back down and he checks me,
Yeah.
which is fantastic. That is absolutely what is necessary in a team. It's an excellent dynamic, and John is really great at it too. He's the perfect dad. And he also helps keep everybody in line. So we have a fantastic team. And in fact, we just added a fourth developer to our team. His name's Alex Nolte. Yep.
Let's see.
Alex Nolte began as just an investor into the project. Very lovable guy. He's very knowledgeable in all things blockchain. He's very, very well connected. And he's very eager to also introduce us to his network. So Alex has a lot to bring to the table, and he hit the ground running super quick. There he is. Look at that face. Look at that face.
There he is.
Yeah. So he's easily one of the best business advisors we could ask for. He knows what he's talking about. He has the right people. And when you talk crypto with him, when you talk business with him, he's zeroed in and he's focused. Easily one of the best listeners. So if anybody wants to get anything off their chest, if anybody wants to talk blockchain, that's your guy. He's all ears. But as far as the whole franchise concept, I don't want to say it's in terms of like Chick-fil-A, where you can buy your portion of Chick-fil-A or DeltaFlare and go do whatever.
Yeah.
But we don't plan on this being the like a one-trick pony. This isn't our first and last game.
I love that. Not a one-trick pony. Yes. Okay.
This is our first game. This is our first game. It's the way it's designed within our ecosystem is to help show proof of concept, but it's something to a greater scale in terms of current games on the blockchain. A lot of the games that you see on the blockchain are, pretty simple, whether it's a strategy game or a card trading game or a breeding game or farming, something of that sort, something of that nature. But then on the other side, you have just these massive metaverses that take so long to create. And so what we're going for a simple style of game, which is the reason why we're going for a 2.5D style game that's arcade-like, but also with an immersive storyline. This story, our story for Valor Rising Quest for the Seven, is going to have 4 different endings. And depending on how you play, that's how you are going to just understand the end of the game. And for those that spend a lot of their time continuing to play through the game are going to be the ones who will get the super secret special ending. We anticipate that people are going to need to play through the game through Valor Rising at least 8 times in order to get this ending. But that's if you are a mega aggressive player. And I'm talking like you beat out every single one of your team members in your party. And I know there's a whole thing to it. Let me ask you this. Do you play video games much?
I do.
Okay.
I do. Well, I used to. I've been doing a lot of videos now, but yeah.
Have you played any of the Souls games like Dark Souls or Demon Souls?
Yes, it's so hard.
I love them.
So hard.
They're so much fun.
They are fun. I like Resident Evil. Can we compare it to something like that?
No, because it's not a shooter. But with Dark Souls typically, okay, so Maddie B is aggressive, everybody. If you're reading the comments, dude's aggressive. I'm definitely going to want to play with Maddie, and we're going to see if we can check each other. But in Dark Souls, depending on how you play the game, gives you a different sort of ending. You have to follow different story quest lines. You have to talk to certain people for a given amount of time in order to reach the next sort of mechanism within the ending of the game. It's such a deep story, and I love it so much because you happen to get that one special ending. You're like, yes, I got it. And then, you get an achievement unlocked that says, congratulations, you're a super nerd. And there, I don't know, 0.8% of people who have unlocked this too. So we're taking that similar concept of a very deep storyline and we're attaching it to an arcade style game like Castle Crashers, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like Double Dragon, like The Simpsons, like old X-Men arcade games, which hasn't been seen even in most games. If I'm not mistaken, like Web 2 games don't have that for an arcade style game. So, it's an opportunity for us to really showcase what we're doing. So again, talking about franchising, or what that really means is that this isn't our last game. This is just the beginning. Throughout the game of Valor Rising, one of the things that you're going to need to do is rebuild your rocket and eventually blast off of Planet Matic, and you're back on your moon mission. So where do you go from there? Well, that opens up the concept of a game franchise, because we can travel through the space. We can travel through space and, I don't know, maybe hit another asteroid and we spin out of control and land on another planet. We could have a collaboration with another project who happens to have their own planet, and we can crash land there. And that opens up a whole new avenue for us. So when we talk about franchise, it's just more in the sense of this is not the only game that we're going to create.
And it's seasonal, right? Like Fortnite, which this is amazing stuff. It's like seasonal. I mean, I'm going to compare it. I have to, because that's the only thing really people really can relate to seasonal gaming, I guess, right now.
Yeah. So, kind of like with Fortnite, that's a really great example. There's we don't want to be stagnant in a game, and you can see that if, let's say, Call of Duty or Battlefield or Fortnite or Gears of War didn't have seasons, you'd be playing through the campaign and the same multiplayer maps with the same weapons and the same people, and eventually it hits a point of stagnation. Well, in traditional gaming, developers found a way to add excitement, and that is through seasons. So that is a concept that we're taking from Diablo. So Diablo 3 is also giving us inspiration for our game in many, many ways. So if, let's say, Season 1 comes out and we partner with, I'm going to just throw this out there and say Bored Ape Yacht Club, right? What we could do is we could take an icon from Bored Ape Yacht Club, like a banana, a golden banana. We'll put it somewhere in Valor Rising. It could be hidden somewhere. It could come up as a certain drop rate. And so let's say the three of us are playing and Space Chick, you happen to find a golden banana and now sitting in your inventory. Well, now you get to decide when and who you want to go through that spot with. So you then take the item, you'll go back to the town, and you'll give it to a certain person. That person then opens up a portal for now the entire party to go through, and you go into a whole new world. It's a new backdrop with new enemies, new weapons, just fun. New things to go and explore and enjoy. That is all created in the Bored Ape Yacht Club image. The backdrop, the enemies, all of that. So it really introduces and showcases what that art style is like. So as we play through the game, what we're going to encourage in terms of this collaboration would be that Bored Ape Yacht Club happens to give away an NFT to the players who have played through that spot. So it's a way for us not only to just continue to collaborate with more projects, but it's also a way for us to continue to grow our community, because people are going to want to experience something like that. People are going to want to go through and see, what does that look like? Can I really get an NFT of Bored Ape Yacht Club in some capacity? Well, sure. The blockchain. I mean, really, we have too many limits in terms of what can and can't do. So then by the end of it, Bored Ape Yacht Club gets brand new community members. You, me, Crypto Empress, and anybody else with. So both projects get to benefit through community growth and expansion.
Oh my God, that's amazing. That's so genius. I didn't even think, what made you think of something like that? Just noticing it, talking to the team, or how do y'all come up with this?
He's done his homework.
Look, let's be real. We're all still early in blockchain. We know this.
Yeah.
What point does it make to start charging like nickel and diming people to get into our game and play? It makes no sense, because we can all agree on one thing: mass adoption. We all want mass adoption. We want people to know about NFTs. We want people to know about crypto. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make sense for us to be like, okay, well, we're only going to collaborate with certain people and we're going to charge them $1 million to do so. That makes no sense.
Mm-mm.
Instead, why not find a way to make it easy and affordable and fun to onboard more people into the blockchain and get items into their wallet? Because in a business sense, that's when things become sticky. If you had an NFT that you earned from a game, you're inducted in that community, and one of your first thoughts are going to be, I'm going to go check out this community. I thought the art was cool. The game was cool. If DeltaFlare is collaborating with them, they must be trustworthy and cool. I'm going to go check them out. So it becomes sticky. Or you happen to even go through all of that, and maybe you don't care to join the community. Well, then you can flip it and turn it around. So then you come up with a little bit of profit, and now there's another NFT in circulation for somebody else. So, it's just a matter of seeing an opportunity, knowing that there are few people in blockchain right now, and we want more people to come and play and hang out with us. It's all about having fun. If we're not having fun, Carmelo's going to leave, and I don't want him to leave.
You guys do like to have fun. It's like a thing. And I love it because y'all really do make the community fun. It is a tight-knit community too, I noticed, but very welcoming. Not rude. Nobody thinks they're not snobby, y'all, or anything like that. You've gone into some telegrams or some discords, and they're all just like, thank you for the super chat, Crypto Vern. Love you so much.
We love Vern. Thank you for coming and supporting.
Yeah, for real. He's so awesome. Thank you for that. Yeah. Okay. So the franchising, will we ever see this on PlayStation streaming, Xbox streaming, or on a game shelf?
So
I know.
Okay, so what we want to do with Valor Rising is we want to have two different builds. One build for the blockchain, where everybody who knows about blockchain, everybody who's familiar with it, can easily just go and play. You connect your wallet, you get playing, and you get earning. It's just quick. We want a plug and play style of game.
Yes.
Well, the second build that we want an off-chain game. And so that way we can host it on Steam, and then we can possibly host it on the Microsoft Arcade and get it on Xbox Live. We can possibly get it on PlayStation Network, and then we could possibly get it on Nintendo. But it's going to be off-chain. So people who aren't into blockchain can still play the same game.
Can I take my laptop? Are y'all listening to this?
And then
on the chat.
what we can do is our plan for that is to really just market properly alongside everybody else and say, hey, if you like playing Valor Rising Quest for the 7 on your Xbox, come check us out on the blockchain. Continue to play the same game and actually earn something instead of just kind of meaningless achievement for completing the game.
Yeah. You earn pride from what I've read in the white paper. You earn pride, and then you can exchange that you can do 3 things, right? You can get stuff in the game. You can trade it for honor. And then the third one, what was the third one we can do with that?
So right now, our plans for Pride are just 2 things. And so that is using it as an in-game token.
Okay.
And that in-game token can be used for an in-game shop to buy weapons or to buy consumables or throwables that are not going to be on the blockchain. I want to make that clear. We're not going to incorporate microtransactions because they suck. They suck. How many times do you play Fortnite and spend $8 on a pack of skins and weapons that are pretty much worthless? If you don't do it, there are millions of other people who do it. But those are microtransactions, and now Epic Games gets to sit on their thrones and laugh at everybody for doing it. So we don't want microtransactions in the game. We have many, many ways that we're generating revenue for the project outside of microtransactions, and we're not worried about it. So that's the first thing. The other thing that's going to happen in the game is that we want to have skill-based wagering. So who hasn't played Mario Party? Those sort of games are so fun. Those mini games are hilarious. And with everybody who's currently in the Not Sack, which is our community, we have a very great sense of humor, and we can easily come up with a bunch of mini games for people to play. So then it becomes skill-based wagering with Pride. So then you accumulate that Pride, and through our proprietary exchange rate, you can then exchange your Pride tokens for honor tokens. And I suppose that could be the third thing if you wanted to qualify it there.
I had questions about that with Pride because people were saying, okay, well, you can get it in Discord and then I can get it in the game. And so can you explain how you get it in Discord? Like, how would somebody exchange that for honor?
Those are different. They're very totally
different. Okay.
Yes. So we introduced Pride in the Discord. And when people played, the early stages of poker, or some of the other games that we had in the Discord, you would earn Pride. And so that kind of just stuck. And so we decided to continue to run with it. And now we're going to stick it inside of Valor Rising. But the Pride inside of Discord that you earned is not going to translate or transfer over into Valor Rising, at least at this time.
Okay. Well, see, that's good to know. I'm in there. I try to work /work. That's what y'all have to do, y'all. Whenever you go in their Discord, there's so many cool tabs in there too.
Definitely keep working at it because we get some roles, and nobody has more roles than the Savage Nut right now. He is the most decorated naughty friend that we have currently at the moment.
Okay, so going back to these, I'm sorry, I gotta reel myself back in. I have so many questions. I'm so excited. Okay, with this G4 NFT, you can personalize it, right? And the G400 NFT, doesn't that give you an extra star or an extra notch on your belt for the Valor Rising?
Okay, so there are a couple of things. When you own a G400, you're going to have the highest in-game token earning rate. So Pride, you're going to earn Pride at the highest rate possible. And this is kind of the fun thing, what we've, the inspiration that we have adopted from Diablo. When there are more people in your party in Diablo, the more you get to earn, the higher the gold rate drop, the higher the weapon drop rate, all sorts of things like that. So they encourage people playing together. We want to do the same thing. We don't want people to play alone unless they absolutely want to be a loner, but we want people to play together. That's what gaming has been for so long. And so to continue to, sit there and compete with each other, you can do that on a different game, not this one. So if the three of us are playing with a G400 and Maddie B has a G400, the G400s do cost money, big guy. So the four of us are playing with G400s. All of us will have the highest in-game token earning rate. Okay. So keep in mind, that's going to be a very, very small percentage of people. So that's one of the benefits. The other benefit is not necessarily that you customize your G400, but you can get a custom commissioned with John. So this is my custom that I ended up getting.
That's yours. I've seen it.
This tile is actually made by Express Yourself Prints. Really cool guys. Local business outside of Texas. I believe it's Houston. Anyways, you can get some of those too with your Delta knots on it. If you don't know, now you know. And we'll talk about that more a little bit later. But anyways, so you can get a custom. And so that you can then play with in the game as well. Now, with the customs are going to come with one extra stat point attached to them. On top of that, they're also going to have, they're gonna be part of their own ending. So, if you could conceptualize, did you watch Avengers Endgame?
I did. So that's how it's gonna be, like different. Okay, you tell us. Tell us, Josh.
I can't say it's going to be like Avengers Endgame. We don't want to plagiarize, in like that, even though I'm looking at, a Captain America wannabe, but that's my dude. That is my dude. But there will be a portion of that game where, in terms of that ending, all of the custom Delta knots are going to be grouped together, and they're going to have this humongous battle with the Hive and the overlord of the Hive.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
there's a special place. There's a special place that we're designing for them inside of Valor Rising. So if you get a custom, it's going to have a special spot.
That is such a great idea for one. And then it really gives the incentive for people to, okay, that G400 is extra, like those utilities, everything. I like the staking part of it. Can you tell us more about the staking and NFT? Staking the NFT?
So right now we have staking available only for the gold tier NFTs. We haven't opened it up yet for G400s or for any others. And the purpose of that was to help mint out the gold tier NFTs. So all of the NFTs that we're currently minting, the silver, the bronze, and then the gold that we had just minted, it's really a fundraiser to help propel and push the project. The project development funds, everything that we've earned so far has gone right back into the project, the game demo specifically. So at any rate, the NFT staking is only for the gold tier, and we have 1 million honor tokens in that staking pool. And so everybody who stakes is going to get a portion of those honor tokens by the end of the month. And I think that there's like 66% of the gold tier that's staked.
Oh
66%.
Yes, it's like a crazy amount of. I mean, I think what was the number, Josh? It was like 600 and something.
Yeah, I think it was like 6,670, something like that.
So you're minting out your NFTs. Y'all, check this out in the chat if you didn't know. They minted out their NFTs super fast. And they're even going to have more NFT collections coming out. You can stake them, and you can stake your honor, which is HONR. Somebody put it up there. If y'all want to check out the token, I suggest you do. And yeah, they're working through Brew Labs. That's a big deal. That's not just some shabby, staking app there. Can you tell us a little bit about that relationship with Brew Labs and y'all?
Yeah, Brew Labs, they had staking available. I think that they were just opening their staking pools for Ethereum, and so we're on ETH, and we saw this opportunity and wanted to run with it. It's a great opportunity for people to take their tokens and lock them up. It helps support the chart because those tokens are secure. We don't have to worry about selling pressure on the chart, which you can clearly see. We have a pretty nice spike going up. All of the people who are holding honor tokens, if they're not staked, they're diamond handed holders. There are plenty of people who are earning crazy amounts of honor right now. I think when we first opened the staking pools, the percentages were at like 70%. And they've fallen to 28 to 31% for APY.
Yeah, it was 30 days. 90
days.
It's
so good. That's more than your bank gives you. I mean,
I saw a bank statement and it showed me how much I got back. I just laughed. I was like, this is so dumb.
I remember so many times getting a bank statement and I would get like a penny back. And I thought, really, dude?
I'm like what is this?
Like, why? I think mine was like 10 cents. I think I'm giving it too much credit.
And another thing I do want to mention, a lot of the alpha collections have special traits. So you are able to see like traits of partners that we partner up with, like Brew Labs, the Pink Ladies. Some of them you see the canisters with the logos. So we try to incorporate other projects that we have done business with too. And that's what makes this collection even more special, because they could be like, people from the community like Brew Labs, and they want to have an alpha. And we have had a lot of people come into the community like, hey, how do I get one? And this is why I try my best to push it when I see one on the wall. I'm like, hey, it's available. Who wants it? And they do go really quickly. And for me, like, I collect all the pink, whatever I could see with Pink Ladies. I'm like, yes, I'm buying that, because to me that's special. And obviously, like you guys know, Pink Ladies collection is very, very special to me. So anything I could do to kind of give back to the community, or like something, I'll get it and do a giveaway or do something amazing for somebody to have a collection. You know, even the bronze, we have 3 tiers, affordable prices. We have gold, which is, you get perks. And I know I saw a question like, when are we getting the controls? Everybody's asking for that. And I do want to remind you guys, we do have a window right now from 500 to 1,000. Fill in the form. There is, if you go join the Discord, all that information is in there. We do want to give you guys your perk. You get a shirt like what Josh is wearing right now, the controller as well. And that's only for the gold tier. And then silver right now too as well. Like, we're still minting. You're getting an awesome deal, 0.09 ETH. Yes.
Yeah.
And then we have the bronze, affordable too, 0.07. And you get special traits that you don't see on the other one. So that's what John did. See, he did the silver to do something special with the bronze. So every collection has something different. And that's what I love, because I have all 3 already. Like, I'm still like, okay, what else do I need? And to me, I see the future. Like, I'm sure that I have probably over 25. Yes, I do.
Great.
But it's because I believe in the project.
Yeah.
They're all stake right now. I'm loving receiving honor, so I can't wait to get more tokens. And again, for me, it's a win-win. And pretty soon, it's going to pay off by itself. Like, everything that I invested on those alpha collection, like, I'm going to get some money back. So it's paying for itself if you're really being in this project for the long term. So for me, that's long term, and that's where my money, and I see a big future for this project. So
yeah,
I wanted to say that.
I am super stoked about it, because the floor price of these NFTs, not saying I even want to sell mine, because I'm like, no, this is mine. But so I'd rather just stake them. So when people use that as a utility to flip them, I'm seeing that these people are really getting a lot of money for flipping them. I'm talking like an ETH or more, even like 700, y'all. Like, it's a lot of money. Like, these NFT, the floor prices are going up. They sell out fast. Honor's doing great in the chart. They have a big future. What else do y'all have going on? What did you, I listened to your space with Coin Merge, y'all. If y'all didn't check out the video, go check it out. I tried to cut out all the highlights from that Coin Merge space. You dropped some bombs, Josh. You went to Amsterdam. Tell us about that trip.
Yes, tell us about that.
I know, right?
Man, so where to start? Okay, so Alex, being the wonderful gentleman that he is, he invited me out on a trip to Amsterdam, and it was what we thought was that it was a crypto related summit or convention that we were going to go to. Funny enough, Bitcoin Amsterdam was happening at like a few days before, but we didn't go. We were too busy exploring Amsterdam and getting to know each other. The only person I knew was Alex. I had no idea. I did not know anybody else that I was traveling with.
You're like, stay here.
So it was one of those things. It was like, yeah, I'm here with Alex. I'm the new guy. Hey, everybody. So we didn't go to Bitcoin Amsterdam, but we were just, hanging out, talking, having a good time. And that is where Alex introduced me to his network, and I got to understand the scope of his network, and his network runs real deep. Real deep.
How deep, Josh? How deep does that run?
I don't know if I can say how deep it goes. I'd probably rather leave that up to
You're turning red. I see you all the way over here.
It's so, look, I'm the kind of person who's like, I'm gonna put a bunch of Scrabble pieces in my mouth and just vomit all over the place and tell everybody everything. So me trying to reserve myself is so hard. Like, it comes out of my eyeballs and veins start popping out of my head.
It's all right. It's the space cabin. Nobody's watching.
Right. I hope you all are buckled up. That's all. Like that's one huge thing. Y'all need to buckle up. So we're in Amsterdam. We're having a good time. I'm getting to know his friends, and they were early investors into Gala. Gala, I believe, is sitting at like a $239 million market cap. They got in super early. One of the guys owns like 500 Gala nodes, and it's just insane. Yeah. So I got to hang out with him for like a week in Amsterdam talking about DeltaFlare. And he's like, oh, yeah, you guys sound like you have a cool project. And I'm like, yeah, we do. Do you like game finance? Do you like gaming? Do you like that concept? And he's like, yeah, I do. So sparks started flying, and we started just talking about what we were going to do. And the thing I really want to drive home is that everything that we have said we were going to do, we've done. Mm-hmm. It's not been one of those things like
execution. That's what y'all deliver all the time. You say you're going to do something, and I think y'all over deliver, actually, which is great.
we don't like the idea of false promises. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we're hanging out, we're talking about DeltaFlare, we're talking about what we're doing, and just DYOR, my guy. And so next thing I know, all of these people are like, yeah, let's get into DeltaFlare. I'm like, okay, let's do it. Great. So we started making some terms. They started investing. And so now like 90% of them are in DeltaFlare. They're holding tokens. They have them staked, and they said, you know what? This person's part of my network. And I can't tell you who it is, but what I can tell you is that they have two very popular games, one of which has about 150 million players playing it. And this investor went to high school with the founder, and his mom grew up with the other dude's mom. So there's like this really amazing family tie right there. And so this investor says, you know, when you guys get proof of concept, when you guys are, you know, in a good spot to go and pitch, I want to introduce you to the founder of this company. And my mind blew. Like I was like, oh my, I gotta.
You're like,
I'm experiencing so much stuff at this level. I don't know if I can handle it anymore. So we have that kind of in the pipeline. And so the whole idea of, you know, if this is going to happen, like that's gone out the window. It's now just a matter of when. Our game demo is on the way. We have a great relationship with Boosty Labs. And so, I think it was just like yesterday, they said, hey guys, we're making great progress. We're going to have something to show you very, very soon. So my wheels just continued to turn, and I thought, oh my God. So, you know, soon we're going to have the demo and then the proof of concept. And then we get to go meet this guy, like with a big company. Okay, cool.
So you're going to get the game demo ready, and then you're going to show your friends this demo. And so they like it. What do you think might happen from what could possibly?
So here's our plan, right? The entire ecosystem of DeltaFlare is to help onboard Web 2 game developers into Web 3, show them how they can build their games on the blockchain. So if you think about Grand Theft Auto can be on the blockchain in so many easy ways, right? So if, let's say, the three of us were playing and Rockstar Games put an NFT as like a duffel bag of money inside of a bank, and the job was for us to go rob the bank. Well, Daisy's not going to be the driver. She's probably going to be the one who's like pulling the trigger on everybody. And you're probably going to go in to steal the money, and I will do the driving. So anyways, that's probably the plan. So we would essentially go and do this huge bank heist and then hightail it out of there as best as we can. The computer AI is already built in to try to stop us. Okay. Like
Uh-huh.
it's already there. It's built into gaming. We could, with our software, show Rockstar Games how they can put an NFT inside of Grand Theft Auto that's on the blockchain, that when we make out with the cash, we can possibly turn around and sell that NFT, and then we get to split it 3 ways. So now it becomes tangible. We just robbed a bank in Grand Theft Auto when we made out with some cash. So we want to help show video game companies how to actually do that, because we have NFTs, which are the Deltanauts that you get to play as in the game. They are playable assets. You have the game players, which will have the game players. We have an in-game token, which every single game has an in-game tokenization of something. If it's Call of Duty, your time is tokenized in terms of experience points multiplied by skill. If it's Grand Theft Auto, it's like a bag of money that you can go rob from a bank. It's already in there. We have that same thing too. Then we'll have a liquidity backed token that's on chain that is being funded by all of our business activities. And then on top of all of that, like the cherry on top, is the fact that we'll have an e-commerce marketplace. Because when you look at games that have, I don't want to say failed, but have suffered from selling pressure, it's because there's no place for that money to go besides out of their ecosystem. So when you look at Axie Infinity, if you look at their chart, it went parabolic. It went crazy high up, and then it dipped kind of with a $625 million exploit from, their wallet. But hey, we're not going to talk about that, because then the chart went back up and it spiked again. And then it has just done nothing but liquidate ever since. So how do you avoid that? Well, you need to have a sink. Every single game has a sink, and that's what an in-game store is. That's where you go spend your in-game tokens to buy weapons and items and stuff. But when you transfer your Pride tokens to Honor tokens, if we don't have a sink that accepts Honor tokens, the liquidity is going to leave the ecosystem, and we're just going to liquidate. We're going to liquidate forever. And we now have to try to bring in more buying pressure to combat the selling pressure. So what we can do to mitigate as much of that selling pressure as possible is create an e-commerce marketplace that accepts Honor as a transactional medium. So when you get done playing Valor Rising, you get to go into the e-commerce marketplace and spend your Honor however you want.
That is so cool. In e-com, there's so much money in e-com.
Yes. And so
It's crazy.
Daisy has her shoe company just to kind of help make it a little more real.
That's right. Yeah.
If Daisy wanted to put her shoes on the e-commerce marketplace, you get done playing Valor Rising, you've got a bag of Honor, and now you can go buy some shoes from Daisy. Sweet.
Nice.
So it stays in the
She's
ecosystem.
like, yes.
So it stays in the ecosystem. And so our software, our entire ecosystem will be a ramp, literally a ramp, to onboard Web 2 game developers into Web 3 and show them how to be profitable. Our entire financial business intelligence is also going to show how it scales and how it's balanced. So we could even show, like Rockstar Games, look guys, at the current rate of growth, you guys aren't going to go broke. And so when they see that, they're like, okay, dope, take my money. And hopefully that's what happens. But so that's the idea. So after we complete our game, once we have proof of concept, once we have our ecosystem built, we're going to go show our friends how it works. And really what we want to do is get them using our platform to build their games. What I can tell you, and why I am so bullish on this, is not only the time I've been spending, working on this, but Sega. If you know Sega, you're familiar with Sonic. Same kind of people. Same company. Sega is already working on the blockchain. Ubisoft, who does Rainbow Six and all sorts of other games, they're already working on the blockchain. Bandai Namco, who started taking over the Souls games, they're already working on the blockchain. So, and then you've got, I think his last name is Blank. I believe his first name is Joseph. I think it's Joseph Blank. He just left his spot at EA, and he's now working with Polygon Studios. I can imagine that he's going to flex his network and try to get EA onto the blockchain. So
EA?
it's already happening. It's already happening. It's right in front of us. The entire GameFi like market cap, I think right now is sitting at $6.8 billion. And I just looked at it today. But nobody really talks about it. You talk about the crypto market, you talk about the NFT market, and people think like, oh, GameFi is a scam. Is it really though? If it's doing better than NFTs, if it's outlasting this bear market, you're out of your mind. So I am very excited for what we're building and what we're doing, and the game demo, and having our proof of concept, and going to Amsterdam and meeting all of these fantastic people who are like, dude, I like where you're going. I love the idea. I want to introduce you to the people that I know. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, because this sounds genius,
great.
Josh and Daisy. This sounds like you have your ecosystem. You have everything down. You have it all covered, like all your bases. It seems to me like you have your favorite ones you checked out. You saw what they did, and then you saw how you could make it better. And that's what you do. You saw something that was already working and you made it better, a lot better. That is
it's right there in front of us.
Because blockchain is crypto's more than just like a token project is way more than just crypto or a chart or any of that. Blockchain is a whole other thing. And that's what I think some people are having a hard time wrapping their head around right now. It's more than a chart. It's more than that token price.
It's a whole thing. I mean, you know, you have projects that have their tokens, you have projects that have NFTs, Immutable X. They're fantastic in that they have a way to provide gasless NFTs. And because they're working on Gods Unchained, which is a card-based game, people can, you know, swap cards like Daisy had mentioned. They're like Pokemon cards, right? Yeah. You get to trade your cards for nearly nothing besides what you pay for from the other person, and you get to continue to play. It's already there. And we're just taking it a step further with an e-commerce marketplace. So that way we can have gaming like Call of Duty. I'm excited for Modern Warfare 2. By the way, if anybody's going to play, let's do it. You know, you can take a game like Call of Duty where your time is tokenized and hopefully start getting paid for it. Because we're not, the gamers, like us gamers, we're not sitting here asking like, you know, when am I going to get a Lambo for the amount of time I spend playing Fortnite or Call of Duty? It's not going to happen for everybody to be Mr. Beast or Dr. Disrespect. It's just not everybody can do it. However, we would be happy if maybe in a year's time of playing that game, we were able to make back the amount of money that we spent on the game. I would be happy as hell if I could make $60 on all of the time I spent playing Dark Souls. I would be happy as hell if I can make $60 on the amount of time I spent playing Call of Duty and Gears of War.
For real.
over a year's time, I would be totally cool with that. And I'm not the only one, because I've talked to so many gamers that are like, yeah, me too. Definitely.
Yeah, for real. I feel like I just wasted my life. Like, where did my day go? I got to read this for you. This is from Crypto Vern. I know special talent when I saw Josh on YouTube almost a year ago. I saw the NFTs and thought they were amazing. What sold me more was Josh's passion. Yeah, I watched all your videos on YouTube. Like the ones you did back in spring, I had to learn everything I could about y'all. Because this is such a special project. It's true. Who else put this? DeltaFlare is reinventing GameFi. Like, look at everything that Josh and his team are doing with the blockchain alone. This is huge. This isn't just NFTs, like you said. This isn't just gaming. This is big time, y'all. Not financial advice.
I don't want to say that we're reinventing GameFi. I don't think it's really invented, but we're here to help define it. You know, it's not. We talked about this in P2 Education, which we're going to start up again here real soon. Baffles and I have been talking. I think we'll probably get back at it next Tuesday. Just got to touch base with Baffles on that.
Yeah.
But, you know, GameFi gets a lot of flack. Like I said, a lot of people say, it's a Ponzi scheme and it's a rug and it's a scam, and it's just people don't get it. People said the same thing about crypto a long time ago. Oh, it's a Ponzi, it's a scam, don't do it. They did the same thing with NFTs. But see, GameFi is still so early that when we do it right, we don't have to worry about all of those people that say it's a scam, because we'll have a proven method.
You guys definitely are making moves in the space. Holy cow. I can't even tell us. Can you give us another bomb? Just like one more. Look, we have some people.
Let's see.
Look
Okay.
at this price, y'all. Look at this.
Whoa.
Yo, big shout out to Typosphere. So this dude has been a day oneer. So our G400s, when they first launched, of course they were on Matic, but if you do the conversion, the G400s were minting at 0.0125 ETH. And Typosphere jumped in and he bought one, and he has been a ride or die ever since. He's a mod in the Discord server. He helps out in the Telegram. He's also one of the narrative writers for the game. So the game is being written by community members and us. So it's a ton of fun. He's got some really fantastic ideas, and he's hilarious. So that's really cool. Thanks for the update, Typo. Can I drop another bomb? Well, have you looked at the DeltaFlare Twitter today? And
let's see. Let's check it out.
Let's go check it out.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go right now. Because I was doing stuff today, but I'm always like on it. Always seeing. And Crypto Empress, man, she does a great job, like letting everybody know anything new. Oh, I was going to ask y'all about that too. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, you want to talk about that?
Yeah. Here we go.
So if you haven't entered in this giveaway,
okay,
enter in this giveaway. Doglians, really cool project. They're also doing a giveaway too. So you can possibly win a Doglian. If you go to their Twitter, you can possibly win a Deltanaut. Really cool developer. We talked to Simon last night. We talked to him again today. Had a big dev meeting between all of us, and we're talking about what we can do to help promote one another. And we are working on some really cool things that we will talk about more on Thursday. Because we have a Twitter space with them scheduled at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific. We have a Twitter space with them, and we will probably drop a little bit of a bomb there. But figure out, like, get immersed into their project. It's gonna be worth it.
Is that part of that on the stage 2? NFT community collaborations? Is that what pretty much you would consider this?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay.
Yep.
How many do y'all plan on getting before checking that? How many do y'all plan on getting before checking this off on the roadmap?
So that should actually be checked off. Like, to be real, we're like, our time and resources are stretched so thin, and yeah, we know that some things have just been left kind of in the balance. And it's just, I'm not going to school right now. I took this semester off so I can focus on DeltaFlare. Carmelo, he is in his master's program at Arizona State University. He's also in the Army. He has a family and kids, and the dude is just crazy busy. He spends more time screwing around in DeltaFlare than he should. And his time is stretched so thin. John, kind of almost the same thing, minus the school part, but he has a full-time job working as a web developer and brand builder in Web 2. And he has some longstanding clients that he's had for, I think a little over a decade. So, it's been the three of us. And the time that we have has been dedicated to building the project. And sometimes things like what's happening on the website where we don't update things just get left on the wayside.
I'm not even, Josh, no one's looking at that.
Thank you.
No one's looking at that, Josh. Nobody cares. You haven't updated well enough. Like, you would be on a web. If anyone's ever owned a website or like a e-com store, y'all, that's an everyday, all day thing. It's being taken care of very well. So if you have anything to say, come to me.
Yeah. So real quick, I see Stayhun's question. Sup, Bridget? Did anyone scoop up that red and black Doglian? So that is actually a giveaway. You just have to like and retweet, follow the instructions, tag 3 friends, follow Doglians, and we're going to be giving it away in the Twitter space on Thursday. And Doglians is going to be giving away the Delta Knot in the Twitter space on Thursday too.
That is so cool. So y'all do a lot of giveaways during spaces. If y'all ever see them on a space, definitely check it out, because you guys do like 2 at a time. Also, like you guys aren't cheap.
We just want everybody to have a knot, and it's so crazy because now I'm like welcoming people, like, welcome to the knot sack. I'm like, I would have never thought in a million I would be saying that.
You didn't say that. You were like, why never?
But it is true, what it means, and it's so much fun. And again, it's like, it's what makes it fun. Like, that's what we're all about. We want people to have a great time, and we do want the giveaways that we do is because we do want more people to have a hold of the Alpha collection, to get one. And again, there's different prices, so sometimes I do a bronze or a silver, but again, I'm just happy to give it to a lucky winner, somebody from the community. And I'm telling you, everybody that I have, they have joined our community, they started learning about the community, and they are in love with the community. So again, it's a really awesome project, and it's all about our team, like the community. It's our community is one of the best, and I can't thank all of us. We have done so much work. We have, we're always planning what to do next. And I love that, and I think like that's what makes a project very special. It's because we're all working together, and that's what makes an amazing project. And I can't say that so much about Delta. Like, I love DeltaFlare, I love it, and it stands for everything. And honor, tell them about honor. What does honor mean, Josh?
Tell us.
This is what I love when he explains this, because it's truly my values too as well.
I mean, in short, honor is just a representation of us, like all of us, everybody in the community. Like Daisy said in the beginning, nobody gets special treatment. It's an honorable way for us to hold every single person accountable, even us devs. That's why you can find us everywhere. That's why we're transparent. That's why we're doxed. If it's something that we don't like, we're going to call it out, and sure, sometimes it might not be the most tasteful way of doing things, but really I personally I hate so much when I see people get scammed. It drives me up. It drives me. I take personal offense to it. There's no honor in that. When you are deliberately trying to harm our community or our chart or our project or anybody within, it's just dishonorable. But it's also, I got to give that up to Carmelo. If I'm not mistaken, he's the one who came up with it. And I think it has a lot to do with, his values. He brought it up, and John and I were like, yeah, that aligns with us too. Really, to own and to have to be honorable is just to have a good, solid moral foundation.
I like that a lot. I like that even more. That's neat. Wow. So it's not just something like you're really good people. I just have to say that. You, Daisy, I met you on Degen or Blockhead show. I remember that night because you came in late, So they pulled me in there because you were busy. You were doing something for DeltaFlare, probably. So,
He's
but
always doing something for
I'm
DeltaFlare.
telling you, like he's awesome. You're super smart too. Like Josh
Thank you.
knows what's up. Your team is amazing. I love everything there is about DeltaFlare, all the way to that, all the way to what the token, what it means. The name.
Everything's done with intention. You
You can tell.
right now in the space, I mean, we know that the space kind of sucks. Everybody's freaked out. Everybody's worried about getting into the blockchain, getting into crypto. Everybody's afraid of getting scammed, but it's just the honorable way of doing things. And we like to play around. Some people just don't have enough honor, or they lost it somewhere doing something that they shouldn't have done, so you can go buy it.
Right? Oh man. I know I saw somebody in the space got scammed the other day, and Empress was like on it. She was helping, like, you're smart, girl. This girl can check. She can check. I was amazed how you were doing that too. I was just seeing how I was like, this is cool. So y'all really do take care of your community. I do see that. A lot. So there is a lot of honor within your community and the community members also. That's really neat. Y'all are close knit.
I feel like we all have, if you don't have customer service in your project, I mean, again, we're running a business, and I myself, I'm an entrepreneur. I already have 3 successful businesses. So I take everything that I have learned in my businesses and take it to, the blockchain. And literally it's the same thing. You got to treat each investor, with care and making sure that if they have answers, if I can't give them the answers, I'll get one of the dapps like, hey, can you help this person? Or, when it comes to certain things, I'm not very tech savvy, but anonymous is like, if there's a question that he needs that I can't answer, I always bring it to the team.
Yeah, he helped me.
It's about customer service. Make sure you treat your investors how they deserve, because those are the loyal ones. And for me, that's all I care about when I get into a project.
Yeah.
It's about the people. So I love being in the Telegram with them, or in Discord, just helping them out. And just, if they have a basic question, there's no, there's somebody that says, oh, this is a dumb question. There's not really dumb questions, because we're all learning in a way. And again, it's still so early. And I myself, when I got into crypto, it was really hard. Nobody was there to help me. And I want to make that transition easier for them, with our team, with our community, because we're growing and everybody wants to help. And that's the beauty that I see in DeltaFlare. It's like, we're not stopping there. You go to Discord for the first time, we greet you. Hey, welcome. Like, how can we help you? And that's what we love about the project. And again, it's all about being honorable, right? So I fall in those categories. For me, it's not all about money. It's about building and for the future. And I rather see more people win, because I think we could all win if we do it right.
So you're looking at it from a business side. This is the first time I've ever heard somebody put it like that, because we're just lucky in the space if we get, I've been told, oh, we don't need to give you a roadmap. Like, the hell you don't. Like, that lets me know that's y'all's business plan that's your business plan to me as the investor, to let me know what the hell you're doing. Because I always say, so I know you're not on the couch eating Cheetos. All right, let me see what you're checking off. And that's what you guys already stage 1, stage 2, going on stage 3. And then you're talking about customer service. And that is so cool, because you're seeing it. Like, y'all in the chat, do you see how they're looking at this project? This is really big. This is not something to ignore. That's neat.
It's a business, any project that really is legit, it's a business. You got to treat it as a business. And I always tell Josh, like, whatever I put myself or my brand or my face, and I have to really believe in it. And I treat it like it's my own business. Like, and I guess maybe that's where the business side of me always comes. It's like, DeltaFlare, it's like, I take it like it's my brand. Like, this is
you're wearing it. Look, you're wearing it. And she has it in the back, y'all. I definitely am going to get my hands on it.
Empress, John actually made this, like, embroidered with my name in it. And I'm still waiting for rain in California.
He did that?
Yeah.
You put your name on it?
Josh is like, where's mine?
Oh, I've got some pajamas that John made for me. I
That's
look like a
so
bag of
cute.
cotton candy. Oh wow. That's
That is
cool.
so
Yeah.
cool.
I'm just waiting for rain to actually, California, it doesn't rain that often. And when it does, it's like, okay, I need to wear my jacket. And
Uh-huh.
I love it. It's super awesome. Again, they have a website with merch. They have like everything that you could think of.
Yeah.
I have this sweater. I have a little crop sweater, but the quality is super awesome. Like I love everything about what they bring. And again, it's all about, branding, and I love rocking it. So
You look good in it, girl. You rock it good.
no.
Where's yours, Josh? You'd rock it good too.
Oh, he has a lot. He has shirts, sweaters.
I'm definitely those controllers that you get. That is really cool. And the shirt, whenever you get those NFT, that gold, whenever that's what I liked. I liked that I got the email back right away whenever I registered for my shirt and everything. That it came with a raffle ticket. Also, I love this. This is so neat. I know y'all are busy. I know y'all are busy. Is there anything, Josh, that and Daisy, that y'all would like to, let us all know? Look, everyone's excited. Yeah, let us know something. Look, it's turning red. Yes.
I have to make sure he doesn't drop too many bombs because
Okay.
we gotta keep it exciting.
You
and
know
trust
what?
me, a lot of things are coming, and this is why
Yeah.
people, it's not financial advice, but load up. It's gonna be a bumpy ride, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be bumpy, but it's definitely going to be a fun one.
A fun
it's
one?
it's going to
would
be a
say
long
fast.
ride.
A
Yeah,
fast one. There you go.
we're going past the moon, baby. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. Like I said, it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. And we've been saying this for a couple of months now. Exactly what we're going to do. We've given a soft timeline. Like Boosty Labs said, when we signed a contract with them, which by the way, the demo's paid off, so they're not waiting on any more money from us. Boosty Labs said, hey guys, we can get it done in 6 weeks. And we're like, that's cool. Let's give it 12 just to make sure that we have a great project, a great game, not just something that's passable. And we still have time to work on it. Boosty Labs is, getting finished up with the first build, and we get to check it out. We're going to have some more stuff to market here real soon for the game itself. But it's all coming together. I don't know how many times like we have to tell people like, pack your bags.
Yeah.
That's
your bags,
a
everybody.
signal.
I don't know what else
Like,
do we have to say?
That
What
little
else?
message in
Let me
Telegram.
turn this on.
Yeah, I know, right? That little message in Telegram, that's whenever it did that for me. I bought a whole other bag. I was like, I'm done. It's one of those things. There's certain projects that I didn't get into, even if I like did a video on them, or I was just like, I'm not really into this project, or I did a review on them. I wasn't really into it, but I really liked DeltaFlare before I even dipped into it. And that's what's something that y'all have. Like, you just have that you have a flare. You have a flare. And it works, and it's great, and it's a whole thing.
That was good. I'll give that to you. Carmelo, when we first, I don't want to say when we first launched, but kind of in the beginning, especially during his last semester, Carmelo was swamped with work and nobody really heard from him. And so now I've been working on, I thought my classic line was like, come over for coffee. But now I've taken the semester off. I've been working on our game design document, which really outlines the mechanics and how it's going to work and all of that. And while I've been working with that, Carmelo's been working on talking and talking with people. And the funny thing is that he tells everybody exactly how it's going to go and what to do. He says, hey guys, pack your bags, like load up. You're not going to see this price again. And sure enough, the price changes. And, he's like, I told you, I literally just told you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you're watching this stream, listen to Carmelo. He knows what he's talking about. I trust him. Everybody trusts him. He knows what he's talking about. I think that the one thing I did want to mention in another thing that really makes us unique is that, and 2Bit had asked, when controller. Our game is going to be optimized for controller, not optimized for keyboard and mouse. Like our game is optimized to be a controller, what we're already used to. So we do have the controllers that are coming for everybody who has a gold tier and who signs up to get that physical merchandise. And then we will eventually have some more in our merchandise store for people to play with and buy. So, I think that's probably the last thing. Other than that, Daisy, we have the foundation. We have the DeltaFlare Foundation from Ovarian Cancer Research Alliance.
Oh, yes. Oh my God, I forgot to tell you. Okay, well, actually, I could say that. Well, yeah.
Didn't they say that in a space already?
Yeah.
At the beginning.
I actually just got an email too, by the way.
You did?
You, Josh. Yes. Let me see.
Let's go.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That is cool.
Where is it?
I like that y'all are involved with that. And Boss Girls, y'all go follow Boss Girls. Go follow. I have their links in the description box below. Like, follow them. And DeltaFlare, Daisy, and Josh.
And subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yeah, so we do have a lot of things coming. I mean, OCRA for us was an amazing accomplishment. And again, we were, this started as just bringing awareness to DeltaFlare and Boss Girls movement. And we didn't realize that we were going to touch a lot of people's hearts. And for me, that's very, very special and important because right now, like Josh decided to do, the whole team decided to do 100% of the royalties now go to the OCRA. So our goal is to now raise as much money. And August 18th, since that is a very, very special date for us, we decided that we're going to be doing a bigger donation of all the money we raise throughout the year. And to me, that's important because I'm pushing Pink Ladies like every day. I just want people to get more involved. I want more women to feel that empowerment movement of, hey, you get a 3D NFT. And if you look at those Pink Ladies, I mean, John does a phenomenal job on the details, everything about the Pink Ladies. I mean, they're going on for $100, $120 right now. And again, it goes to the OCRA, and now like little accomplishment, we're on their website too as well. We have DeltaFlare's logo there. We have the Boss Girls logo there. And those little details matter to us. And we're like with big companies like Bloomberg and surrounded by it, but who knows? You never know that one of those companies could just press on DeltaFlare or Boss Girls and they'll reach out like, hey, I love what you're doing. What is an NFT? And I think that's what makes OCRA different because they do have an NFT, which is the Pink Ladies. And again, look at the prices, 0.094. That's accumulated to what, $100, $110. And you're making a difference. You're donating to Ovarian Cancer Research Alliance, and you're also getting something amazing. We're building a community as we speak. So if you have a Pink Lady, please DM me. We do have a little Twitter account. Yes, we have a Twitter account where we're trying to raise the floor. Our goal is to do 1 ETH, and we're going to get there eventually. We're trying to figure out ways. And again, it's about helping others. It's not always about making money, okay? So that's the one thing that I love DeltaFlare because they're very, very humble people too, and they want to help. And this collection, I have to say, it's one of the top volume with, right, Josh? Like,
yeah,
number one on DeltaFlare for volume, and I think the second one is it G400 or the gold? I want to say
I believe it's the G400 series that's second in terms of volume.
Yes. So it's something amazing, and we do love that everybody's coming together for this, for the cause. So who knows? The sky is the limit for us, and we're not stopping there. And we're just kind of warming up and testing different things, that what works and what doesn't work. And that's part of building a business, right?
And
So
they're little baddies. I mean, look at them.
I know, they're so cool. Okay, so whenever I had to buy an NFT to figure out how to do a video, right? I was like, let me just buy this little $7, NFT. It was cool, it was a little space chick and all that, but like I told you, I was not fixing to spend money on an NFT. This I did because there's, go follow her, y'all, Boss Girl. I have this link in the description box below. They're so dope. But because of what the meaning that came behind this, that's what did it. So you always got to ask yourself, what I've been learning is like, okay, what's going to drive the customer to, or have somebody do something. And that definitely did it for me. I was like, this is amazing. Why? No, I don't know any other NFT collections or projects that are doing that. I personally don't. Do y'all know of any? I don't. No, right?
no.
Okay, I didn't think so.
I mean, there's some that launch a project, but again, people don't put the work behind it. Like we have the collection, but I try my best to go into AMAs and talk about the Pink Ladies, and that's part of doing the work too as well. And I feel like I have a big responsibility too when it comes to the Pink Ladies, because my brand is attached to it. So any little moment that I see, like a women empowerment like space or something, I love to go share that. And it's incredible, all the people that could relate to this project. And again, it's just about bringing the women together and how can we grow. And we have OCRA come to do AMAs with us and educate us on ovarian cancer, and telling them what's coming up and giving them updates. And recently, we Heroes ended up also doing a donation to the Ovarian Cancer Research Alliance, which is amazing because there's other communities coming in and want to get involved in the project, and I appreciate that. Like, it's not just DeltaFlare. Like, we are willing to work with other communities, whoever wants to be part of it. Like, we have Volt Inu, again, another amazing project that got like 6 Pink Ladies and put them in their vault, and that represent because they have a really big community with women too, that they're trying to do this movement. And it was so awesome to see that other communities are getting involved and just saying, hey, we're gonna do giveaways, we're going to encourage more women to, hey, we want to support you guys. And that's what I love to see. And again, Josh is all about helping everyone too as well, so, or in the community. So let us know if anybody is interested. We're always willing to collaborate. So
yeah, definitely hit them up. I know I've seen Josh DeltaFlare. Anytime there's a space, they are always in there. Whenever it comes to the Pink Ladies or what was that? It was at the beginning of the month, right? The beginning of October, whenever they had that space with y'all.
Yeah.
The ovarian cancer. Yeah, that's so neat that y'all did that. Y'all are just amazing. I love y'all, and I really love the community. I just think I feel very blessed to have come across this and really I took the time to like really figure out, what is this? Who are these people? What is up with these? Like, what's going on with these little astronauts? But there's so much meaning behind it, and again, honor that ties into what the name, them helping. So that's really cool. Can I space nap y'all again sometime? I
Yes.
would love to.
yeah.
David's like, maybe.
No.
Yes.
Okay,
that is a solid yes. Absolutely.
sweet. Okay, cool. I'll try. If you feel up to it, Daisy, come on back for sure.
Absolutely, it will be an honor.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Nice. And check out the chart, y'all. I know y'all are busy, and I want people to come back and check. My channel is not that big. It's not big enough to have a 2-hour space if people go watch. So I definitely will tell you one thing, though. I have been talking about honor for weeks, and you've been talking about it for over a year or a whole year, and I can't believe that I was missing out on this all these months. I feel really kind of silly about it, but I'm in now. I'm definitely in now. So you guys, please check it out. Not financial advice, but you have to check the beginning of this stream so you can hear all the bombs dropped. You can hear everything about DeltaFlare that we just put out right now, which is amazing. Thank you so much, Josh and Daisy, for coming on the Space Cabin Show. I appreciate y'all so much.
We love you and appreciate you. And I love that everything, again, I'm a great fan and supporter of you. So anything you need, I'm your girl.
Yes, awesome. Cool. I know you guys are always available too on Telegram. Check them out on Discord and follow them on Twitter. Check out the honor chart. All their links are in the description box below, y'all. You'll have no excuse. None. Go follow.
Also, keep an eye on the G400s. Sometimes they do drop them on the floor, but
I know, right? I didn't even want to say it earlier, but on my stream, like when I did my lunch one, I said, man, I really don't want to tell y'all, but I got to talk about DeltaFlare. Like, I have to tell y'all, this is so cool. There's only a few of us in here anyway. Let's check it out. And I told them. So, I mean, yeah, y'all go check out G400s. Those are really badass NFTs, and they have a lot.
Quick question, Josh. How much are the G400s going for right now? I haven't checked, but somebody asked in the chat, just to kind of give you guys an idea. Let's see. Last time I checked, it was $440 is the floor. So I'm telling you guys, go get yourself a G400. You won't regret it.
You won't regret it one bit. That's what I'm working for. Yeah. That's what I'm definitely going to get my hands on for sure. And I suggest everybody try to do the same. All right, y'all. Well, thanks so much for coming to the Space Cabin. I hope everybody has a great night, and I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Thanks for having us.